Alrighty, everybody, welcome. This week's energy encouragement is brought to you by the full supermoon in Sagittarius. We have mutable fire being highlighted with the culmination of the full moon. The sun in Gemini is shining its light over onto the beautiful Sagittarius moon that is known as the supermoon because it's very close to Earth. So if you have not been outside yet to witness its beauty and wonder, do so because it is huge. Can you feel it pulling on you? I know for me, it's definitely created an energy within me where I am just awake at night. My mind is awake no matter whether I'm doing my meditation before bed or not. Thankfully, last night was the first night of sleep that was actually sound and very well appreciated. So it is the super full moon in Sagittarius, mutable fire, optimism, philosophy. It can also represent authority. Coming into this full moon culmination at 23 degrees 24 minutes. So we will be reading the 24 degree Sagittarius Sabian symbol for that. So how are you broadening your horizon? How are you broadening and expanding your spiritual connection? What are you learning? Have you been feeling the pull to travel? Because it's Sagittarius energy is also about, expanding your learning. I learn from everybody. So this energy is definitely huge. I'm a rising Sagittarius. So if you have any planets in the mutable signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, you're most likely feeling the intensity of this. It can also cause a little bit of a restlessness or a busyness within you, especially if you're in that last decan of any of those mutable signs. So anywhere from about 21 degrees to 30 degrees. Excuse me. So the Sagittarius energy imbues power. It's superior confidence, it's optimism, it's enthusiasm. It's also your inner faith and good fortune. And again, also represents authority. The sun and moon are both squaring Neptune, so this can create a little bit of confusion. Maybe you don't know what direction you're wanting to head into next. I do want to announce today that I have been pretty faithfully coming on weekly. I do have a lot of things going on now that it's summertime in my state, so please do stay with me if you've been a subscriber. I'm not putting out the promise that I'll be here every week. I have things that I need to move because of remodel. I'm going for a lot of self-healing for myself to get myself into balance. And so I'm just going to ask that you really be open to allowing me to just be spontaneous, which is not normal for a Virgo. I'm a sun sign Virgo, but it tends to be kind of the direction that I'm in right at the moment, and really increasing my self-care. It's important for me to come on and communicate as well because it's beneficial for me as well, but I don't want to have this energy within me that's making me feel like I'm letting anybody down, and perhaps that's probably my own inner thing anyway, but I am going through a lot of healing and transformation within myself, and I'm also getting ready to move everything because we have remodel starting to take place. So keep that in mind. So again, I thought it was interesting, because the galactic center is at 27 degrees. So this full moon's not too far off. It's about 4 or 5 degrees from the galactic center, and that's a powerful force in itself. So I was aware of what the galactic center is, which is in the Milky Way galaxy, where the sun is currently about, this moon is about 4 or 5 degrees away from the galactic center. And I didn't realize this, but I should realize this, but the galactic center of the Milky Way is currently at 27 degrees of the zodiac sign Sagittarius. And it moves about 1 degree every 72 years. So in our lifetime, most likely, it's going to be still at that 27 degrees. So it's powerful, it's intense, it's a super full moon, so very close to the earth. So definitely pulling on the water, the tides, the earth itself, our body, our emotions. So be gentle. I feel like it's very optimistic again because it is Sagittarius. But again, don't have those rose-colored glasses on because the sun and moon is squaring that Neptune energy. At the time of the Sagittarius full moon as well, we have Mercury re-entering one of its home signs of Gemini, where it's finally coming out of its shadow from its retrograde motion. So again, that can cause a lot of busyness in the intellect and the mind. And one of my favorite astrologers just broadened that perspective on Mercury too, also known as the messenger of the gods, where it's just this higher consciousness, right? Messages from our higher selves, God, creator, source. And at the time of this full moon, the north node, is it Venus and Uranus, are all in the sign of Taurus. And what is in conjunction? Let me see if it's Venus and Uranus, or is it Venus and the north node? Which degree? Venus is at 19 degrees and the north node is 20 degrees. So very close there. Again, Uranus isn't too far away neither, at 16 degrees. So where we're wanting to head to, decisions that may be coming up within us that we may not be sure of which direction we want to head. So don't allow that busy decision making to pull you off. Just keep that in your awareness. The planets do nothing to us. They have an influence. So let's work with them, which in my favorite study of astrology, evolutionary astrology, is definitely my favorite. So how we can work with the energy. So let's just clear our energy, and we'll pull an anchor card before we get into the Sabian symbol. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. One more. All right. It's definitely pulling on me. So I ask that you just open with open mind and an open heart. And I said my prayers as I was doing my singing bowl. I'm going to first pull a little bit of an overall energy from my native spirit oracle again. Love working with this one right now. So how are you feeling optimistic about the things that have taken place in your life? How are you feeling optimistic about your present moment? I don't know if it's related, but we had the North Node, South Node in Gemini, Sagittarius prior to them going into Taurus, Scorpio. So I don't know if this is affiliated. I'm sure it is. I didn't research that. But I thought, wow, what did we learn? What did we let go of when those nodes were in the Gemini, Sagittarius energy in our belief systems, right? And learning and communicating. What is now coming into culmination for you? What is now coming into culmination, into fruition for us as a collective or as an individual? So for the Sagittarius full moon, super full moon, talking stick, okay? So the talking stick is in tradition being a good listener. When you're done speaking, it's symbolically passing the stick to somebody else to hear their voice, to hear their feelings, to hear other people's perspectives. It's about taking your opportunity right now to speak clearly, but also when it's your time. We got this recently. you know, with the blue in there. I love it with the throat chakra. Being clear in our speaking, but also when it's our turn to be a listener, to pass that stick, to hear other people's perspectives. I love that. I just love it. I love the talking stick. So for the Sabian symbol for this full moon in Sagittarius, a bluebird standing at the door of the house. The key word is fortune. This symbol speaks to the dangers of missing the rewards in experience by failing to recognize or pay attention to them when they arrive. So what's coming up within you? Are you ready to shift and change something? Are you listening to that? This is the time now to not be hesitant on the things that have been coming and showing themselves to you, right? This degree also stresses the importance of possessing a proper sense of self-worth. Now more than ever is the time to know who you are, to reclaim your sovereignty that never left you, but perhaps you giving away your authority, your direction to authority. Step away from that and step back into your power. Know your worth. Life tends to give men what they believe they have the right to receive. So what you put out is important right now, because you will receive it tenfold back, right? Wow. The image of a bluebird standing at the door of a house symbolizes happiness, good fortune, and luck. The emphasis here is on the need to stay alert and be ready to respond when the opportunity knocks. So ridding confusion. On a practical level, this translates to listening and watching for signs and signatures. So what did we get? The talking stick. Listen to the nudges, whether it be someone else speaking or the subtle signs, the bluebird, so to speak, on your doorstep, right? This morning when I went out, I had a black and white dragonfly that just kept showing itself to me, and I'm like, hi, son. And then I got his birthday on the clock. Amazing. Pay attention to that. Those are the things that can help us through these times feel optimistic, and also being guided by the Holy Spirit to what is the next step that I should take or that you should take, right? On a practical level, this translates to listening and watching for signs and signatures and recognizing convergences. At its highest, this symbol represents a positive outlook and a remarkable sense of timing, or a natural gift for being in the right place at the right time to catch the falling star or the brass ring. On the low aspect of this, feeling easily distracted and a difficulty in paying attention or blind dependence on luck. So again, with it squaring up to Neptune, pay attention to confusion that may rise within you, so when you see it, you can have clarity instead of confusion, or removing the fog, removing the rose-colored glasses to see things for what they are, right? The ascent is on good fortune and prosperity. This could be your lucky day. The opportunity is your greatest advantage lies in expecting the best. So stay optimistic, right? Sagittarius full moon. There are no accidents. Look for unusual convergences or things that come together in time and space in significant ways. Your synchronicities. Guard against missing your chance for happiness and telling yourself that you don't deserve it, or by being too selective or picky. So doubting yourself, don't, pay attention that you're not doubting yourself. Stepping stones are good luck, prosperity, good fortune, reward, good omen, happiness, and opportunities knocking. So that is from our Sabian Symbol book. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the convergences, like it says, things lining up for you. Speaking clearly, like knowing who you are right now is super important, and that goes back to what it said about the self-worth. We're in a time collectively that is batshit crazy, as many of you know, and so it's not the time to get into arguments with others neither. And it's also a time to be able to listen when it's time to listen. This could include being the observer of seeing things that are unfolding in the collective, and a lot of it is mind-boggling, but that's how you can gain that clarity, that optimism. And it's also a time to, again, coming into culmination with this full moon in Sagittarius, hopefully over the past 2.5 years, when the nodes were in Gemini, Sagittarius, that was the time that the collective was supposed to be open to dropping perhaps belief systems that were just told or taught to them by somebody else, but not having that true inner knowing that you're a sovereign being, that you're a creator yourself, co-creator, and that what we put out there and what we say we deserve to ourselves is what we're going to receive, like it said there. So what else am I drawn to here? Which deck? Let's do a Moonology Oracle before I do a couple tarot. So I hope that you're feeling an optimism. Again, I have a lot of mutable energy. Holy shit. This moon is pulling on me, doing a lot of physical things and getting my body moving, but at nighttime, my mind. And thankfully, again, like I said, last night was the first night of good sleep. And we're not even at the full moon. It happens at 7:52 a.m. tomorrow, June 14th. Luck is on your side. The new moon in Sagittarius. Stay optimistic. Stay positive. Don't have the rose-colored glasses on. Don't allow yourself to be confused. If you are confused on a direction that you need to take, it is the perfect opportunity. Meditation, very powerful. As always, we have Neptune in Pisces as well still. There's a lot of planets in their home signs, Gemini being one of them. Venus in the home sign of, Mercury in Gemini, Venus in Taurus, Mars in Aries, and Neptune in Pisces. So yeah, stay optimistic, shoot higher, be an observer, know when to speak, know when to pass the talking stick. Some battles aren't even worth, battling with yourself or others. So one more from the Moonology Oracle. I love this deck. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So something that you've been processing, perhaps when the nodes were in that Gemini Sagittarius, there was something there that you may have set forth that you need to change direction. Know that if you're utilizing this energy that I'm sharing here for awareness of the Sagittarius full moon, that these issues can be resolved. Nurture yourself. Take good care of yourself with that Cancer energy there. And one more that flipped over with it is North Node. This mutable energy coming into a culmination. The North Node is our destiny, where we want to head. Step out of your comfort zone. If you're getting those small nudges from the divine, listen to that bluebird down your doorstep, so to speak. Change, shift direction if need be. Always take your wisdom forward with you, what you've learned in the past. Take it forward. Be the crone, be the elder, and take forth that wisdom. So one more for that Sagittarius super full moon, strawberry moon, because the strawberries in the northern hemisphere are becoming ripe right now. Queen of Wands. Well, there we go with some fire energy. Have the opportunity right now to have a confidence magnet That is what you're putting out there. What you're worthy of is what you will receive. So now is the time to take forward your passion, to ignite that fire within you. Whatever those little voices are within you telling you to nudge you and move you in a different direction with this mutable energy, do so. And then we will do the I am affirmation. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I'm super excited. I received my astro dice. So when I do my energy encouragements, well, maybe we'll roll them. Hold on, let's see. Just a little bit of extra fun to share. I was excited. It has the planets, houses, and signs on 3 dice. And you just roll them for a random read. So I am forgiving. That is the true power. Forgive yourself for anything that you may have been confused on or anything that you may have had to overcome. That's a lot coming up too. I had a lot of things coming up from things of the past. I forgive myself for not knowing any better, but when we know better, we can do better. So these beautiful little dice were just a fun little thing that I had ordered. And so let's just give them a roll to see what else can go along with this. So if you have a question in mind, kind of put it out there of what you may want to. We got the Sun in Sagittarius, 5th house. Have some fun. Whoops, I turned it on the camera. It was 5th house. 5th house is about fun. It's also about children. It's about bringing joy. The sun is our vitality. It's also our life force energy. Sagittarius is optimistic, can be very fun, can be feeling lucky. So get out there, do something that is fun. That was fun. Do something that is fun, that brings you joy, makes you feel childlike. Maybe gather with children. Maybe teach children something new on spirituality. Something that's productive and fun to teach and learn for the children. Maybe it's teaching something to yourself. Meditate, pray, connect every day. Ground this energy, and it is kind of intense actually. So much love to you. Thanks for tuning in for this full moon in Sagittarius. Can you feel the fire? Can you feel the tug? I know I can. Much love to you, and shalom, shalom.